Hello, everybody, and welcome to our show. I'm Cyrus, and I'm looking forward to drinking some wine with you this evening.
And I'm Brittany, and I feel like a kid again. I got to play in the dirt.
Oh, yeah? Tell me more.
I did. We started our garden.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yes. Is that a question? Yes, we started doing our garden, and I planted a bunch of stuff, and that's pretty exciting, and it was very fun. I got very dirty.
Nice. That's sweet.
It was fun.
So, today we will be reviewing two wines from Chile.
Yes.
And as usual, I brought a white.
And I brought a red.
Intro. So, Brittany, what do you have for us this week?
Yes. So for the red that I brought today, I got a Cabernet Sauvignon, which is very typical of Chile. It is called the Calcu Gran Reserva, and it comes in at 14% alcohol, so it's pretty high up there too. And it looks like it almost has like a bull outline on it. It's kind of cool. It's like a purple colored painted bull.
Yeah, it looks like kind of like it could be a Rorschach test or a wine spill.
Whoa. Are you seeing something else?
No, I'm just saying, that they've clearly stylized it to look like a wine spill, which I think is really cool.
It's very cool. I think it's very artistic. I think it's very classy. And I'm excited to dig into it.
Yeah, me too. So do you want to go ahead and pour some glasses?
I do.
Failure. Only half the cork came out. Round 2, fight.
See, the trick is you don't want to poke it all the way through because then you'll get bits of cork in it. So you have to be very strategic at how you screw it back in so you can pull it out nice and smooth.
Oh, yeah.
And I got the round glasses out for this one.
Yeah, I think that was a great choice.
So immediately, just so much smell is already coming up, and I haven't even put my nose in the glass at all. And it's just super pungent.
Yeah, I would say this is like a deep garnet color. It's not quite purple, but it's getting there. And it does fade out a little bit at the rim.
Okay, immediately I'm getting just dark fruits like blackberry, cherry, maybe some plum, definitely some pepper though.
Yep, and also some like, at least for me, some forest floor kind of mushroomy characteristics. But I agree, the blackberry is pretty strong. Certainly dark fruits, plum probably. We have the nice foresight of knowing this is 14%, but I'm not getting the like alcohol burn from the smell, so it's well mellowed, which is nice.
I'm getting it a little bit, but it's not overpowering. It's not as crazy as I thought it would be. But I definitely get that small tingle of alcohol in my nose still.
Yeah, and as I kind of smell this a second time, I'm definitely confirming those forest floor mushroomy, earthy notes. It smells really great. It smells like a wine that would go really good with like a steak. It has those, the reason mushroom sauce goes so well with steak. It's the same deal here.
Yeah, I think I agree. Do you want to take a taste?
Let's do it.
Great. It has almost like a saltiness to it too, which surprises me. It's salty, it's peppery. It almost kind of feels like I'm eating a steak in a glass.
It's definitely a little spicy too, a little spicy aftertaste.
That ka-chow.
Yeah, it's the blackberry fruits are coming through, a little nice touch of acidity at the front, but and there's some tannins as well, but they're certainly not like super rough. They're pretty mellowed, and they don't have you like puckering up your mouth too much.
This is a really fun red wine. I don't typically go for Cabernet Sauvignon, but This kind, I love the kick that it has. I think that's what chili really gives us, is that kind of kick.
Yeah, and the like little spiciness and the little almost bitterness on the finish, which lingers. It's actually one of the longer wines that we've had recently. There's a reason that Cabernet Sauvignon is so age-worthy, right? Like it's one of the wines you can age a really long time. And because I could totally see this in another couple of years being even better, because it's that bitterness has like mellowed out a little bit and lengthened, and you get to keep all of those awesome fruit flavors and mellow it out. So this is great.
Yeah. And crazy me, when I picked out this wine, I didn't look at the price point, but I go up to the register and it's just $13 for this wonderful glass of wine. Well, not glass, bottle.
Yeah. Hey, but if this was $13 a glass in a restaurant, I wouldn't be surprised.
Absolutely. It's delicious. It tastes high quality.
Right. This is definitely a bargain for the price.
Yeah. I'm very happy that we picked this one out. Well, I picked it.
Yeah. I think that I totally would believe that this were a $20 or $30 bottle. This is awesome.
Absolutely. I'm very impressed by it.
And I love that everything on the nose has translated really well down into the palate.
Yeah. I think this might be going towards number one for me in this season.
No question for me. It's easily number one.
For the reds? Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Even overall. And
just because of the length, the wonderful blendedness, the kick within it, it's a really fun red wine. So overall thoughts?
Excellent. Number one.
Absolutely.
So, Brittany, now that we've tried this excellent wine, what can our listeners expect from Chile more broadly? Like, why Chile?
Yes. So Chile is super unique and a wonderful place. So it is sandwiched in between land and sea, essentially. And within that, there's like 3 regions within that region.
Okay.
So what we get is we have the cooler coastal region, which really gives you those grapes that have to live and survive in a cool climate. Those can be like Chardonnay grapes. And then after that, we have the warm inland valleys, which give you those Bordeaux blends. It's a wonderful place to grow those Bordeaux variety grapes. And then you go higher up and you go into the mountains. The mountain slopes, where you're going to get that really tannic, like acidity type wines. So really, you get so much out of this one region.
Yeah. And it's cool too, because that like the mountains, the Andes that are like right there with the ocean right there means that you're pulling in that cold air from the ocean.
Yes. Essentially, it's like an air conditioner.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's pulling it in. And so you get cooler climes than you would.
Whoa.
I know. Cooler climes than you would get otherwise for where it is in the world.
Oh.
Let's move on to our second wine.
I guess we should.
All right. We'll be back after these messages from your local news station. That's not true. After... Drinks more wine. She kissed me.
I think I'm ready to move on. Just kidding. It's cooler climes.
Oh, dude, it's so cool.
Sick.
And she's crying now. Unintelligible screams. Gosh, that joke was funny. Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. During the break, we cleared off the glasses, and we are ready to talk about our next wine.
Yes, and that is your wine. What did you bring for us, Cyrus?
Yeah, so I brought a 2018 Semillon from Chile, which is from the Valley of Itata, and it comes in at 12.7% alcohol, which struck me as super specific and probably wrong. Like, is there any way that they determine that every bottle is going to be 12.7, there's a reason people go in 0.5% increments.
I mean, there's a way to measure it, I guess.
Right, totally. You could do a refractometer or something.
But it makes more sense to just go in between just in case.
Right. Not every, I feel like, anyway.
But they wanted to be particular. It's their thing, okay?
Yeah. And this one's got a really cool looking bottle. It's a orange label, which is unusual, I feel like, for wine. It's entitled Molino Del Siego, and it's got a picture of 2 oxen carrying what appears to be a barrel, potentially with wine in it.
Probably a barrel of grapes. And then they're going to stomp on it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. We had a Marsanne blend a couple weeks ago in Australia, and this is another similar kind of wine, Semillon. It's another French blending grape, which has recently come into its own as kind of a grape that can stand up to, be by itself in the bottle. So I'm excited to try this.
Pour us a couple glasses.
I'm on it, boss man. Is this an orange wine?
Well, it's looking super, uber, duper orange.
And I'm looking at a background that is not orange. So it's definitely had some skin contact time. Super cool.
So it might not be an orange technically because the skins have to stay in the wine mixture for a certain amount of time.
Right, but it's at least had a little bit of time contact with the skin.
Absolutely. It's just not yellow. It's super orange.
Yeah, it's super cool looking.
Orange juice, watered down orange juice.
Well, if other past orange wines are anything to go by, we're going to like this.
I think so. I'm excited to give it a whiff and a try.
All right, well, let's get in for the smell.
Let's do it.
Gamey, almost.
Almost.
Yeah.
But it smells very just grindy and gritty and dirty.
Yeah, I agree. Not too much fruit for me either, although I think it's almost, it just smells fermented. You know, a lot of winemakers try and hide the fact that it's something you're fermenting fruit.
Right.
They haven't tried to hide that at all. The fermentation is definitely coming through. And I've had like beer, like sours that have kind of smelled like this.
So it might just be that where it's just very raw and supernatural.
Yeah, unfiltered, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's get in and try it.
Awesome.
Yeah, it honestly tastes almost cidery.
It absolutely does. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's sort of appley and some pear. I feel like I get some pear in there.
Yeah, and probably like some kind of berry almost as well.
I kind of taste banana.
No, I totally get that. Yeah, banana-y. Yep. This is definitely a wild fermentation, which is really, really cool.
It's not what I expected.
Not
I thought
at all.
it would just be more grassy and dirty, almost like a red in some ways. But it's actually a lot lighter, and there's some acidity there, and it's actually pretty dry.
Yeah, it is pretty dry. And I think that there is some fruit coming through, some lemon, like I said, some berry, maybe strawberry, or the aftertaste is, like you said, a little banana-y, a little weird.
Yeah.
That's the fermentation. I'm not sure I can get over that as like something that I would really enjoy.
I kind of like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's for me. I guess I would want a cider if I wanted something like this.
It's funky.
But it is, yeah, exactly. It's funky. Yeah.
I like the funky stuff. All right, Cyrus. So I heard that you have more facts about Chile.
Oh, yeah. I'm loaded with Chile facts.
Whoa.
So we did our little research before the episode, and one thing that kind of stood out to me was a grape that's kind of unique to Chile that was thought to be extinct, but actually was found in Chile somewhat recently. So a little bit of history first. So French settlers came over to Chile and immediately saw the climate there as being perfect for growing wine. So, of course, they brought over all of their Bordeaux regions, so their Cabernet Sauvignon, like we had in our first one, but also a lot of Merlot. And so in France at the time, there was a grape called Carmenere, which was almost entirely wiped out by a blight in the 1850s. And so it was thought to be completely extinct. But somewhat recently, it was discovered that a lot of the Merlot, which was in Chile, was actually Carmenere, and it had just been misidentified. And so it was kind of this big revelation where this grape isn't extinct anymore. They had thought it was extinct for 200 years. And suddenly, here it is. So anyway, super cool discovery. And Carmenere is one of those grapes that is uniquely Chilean. So
yeah, I kind of wish we saw one at the store. I didn't see one, but it would be a really great chance to try one later on.
Yeah, I did see one, but it was much more expensive than our price point. Yeah, so I didn't bring it up. But yeah, Cabernet Sauvignon is still the number one grape in terms of plantings in Chile. So it's not surprising that that's what we saw a lot of. But it's just a grape. Carmenere is a grape that is unique. So that would be cool to try maybe at some point.
That's so cool. It's Chile's niche.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what do you think? Overall impressions, Chile?
Well, I love the spiciness it gives me. It's such a wonderful region. It's really fun. It's different. It's something that I don't think we're going to really see anywhere else, which it makes it so unique.
Yeah, so. And Chile, I think I might have mentioned, is all about the reds, and certainly we love that red that we tried today.
I love the reds.
And then this white was surprising and maybe not my favorite in terms of the wine, but such a cool experience to try. So I loved what we got to try on the episode today because that this is a funky wine that was like highbrow and really, really delicious. And so
I'm very happy with this region. So I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, me too. So, Brittany, hit them with the social media.
Yes. So you can find us anywhere you find your podcasts. That is like Anchor or Spotify. We also have a Facebook and Twitter. And then you can find us on YouTube. Do the like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Follow.
All the things.
Yeah.
Click the button. Cool. This has been really awesome, Brittany. I'm looking forward to drinking some more wine with you.
And I with you, Cyrus.
Alrighty. Bye now.
Bye.